Hi, I'm Peloton instructor Kira Michelle, and I am really excited to share that you can now access Peloton classes from yoga, strength, stretching, and more right from your Hilton hotel room through Hilton's Connected Room Experience. Start your day with a core class or wind down with a yoga flow right from your in-room TV. No equipment is needed. You can find a Hilton brand hotel with Peloton classes on the TV by filtering streaming entertainment on Hilton.com when you book your next stay. Enjoy a preview of one of the classes you can find at the Hilton brand hotel, my 15-minute core focus flow. What's up, everyone? Welcome to class. My name is Kira Michelle, and this is Peloton Yoga. Okay, we have a 15-minute intermediate focus flow, and the focus is your core. So the core, you've heard me talk about this before. You've heard other instructors say this. The core is not just the front of your body. It is from the shoulders to the hips to the glutes, and it's front, side, and back body, okay? So we're going to be working all of this. We're going to add in a little bit of a yoga flow with some core work. So we're going to be feeling it. Now, go ahead and grab yourself 2 blocks. We will be using these blocks, okay? If you don't have blocks, not a big deal, but ideally you do have them. That's all you need. I will ask you to make sure that you have plenty of space to extend arms and legs out to the side and behind without kicking anything, and then modify where you need to, okay? So some of these they're not too advanced, but there's a range of it, right? So you might not be at the top, you might be a newbie with this specific movement, so give yourself the grace to pull back and make it work for you and your body and have some fun with it, all right? Let's go ahead and get started. We'll come to all 4 position. We'll just move through a little bit of cat-cow. So on your inhale, dip down through your belly, pick up through chest and heart, open and broaden your shoulders. And on your exhale, round, scoop up through the belly. And I really want you to pull the navel in and up as you dome through the upper back. And then reverse, opposite, stick the booty out, pull up through chest and heart, and let the belly drop down. One more time, round. And then lower. Good. Walk your hands 1 print further forward. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. And once you arrive here, really start to lengthen through the torso. Start to pedal it out, come to the ball of 1 foot, bend the knee, and then switch. Let your head be heavy, shake it yes and shake it no. Allowing yourself just to warm up a little bit here. Good. And then find yourself in your steady, still downward facing dog. So I want you to start to activate the core from here. So we're nice and strong. Envision that you have a corset on. You're wrapping from the back body to the front body, and you're getting really long here. And then start to breathe in through the nose and exhale through the nose. Good. Lift the heels up to the ceiling, ripple, roll yourself forward into your plank pose. Hold your plank here. Good. And again, we have that corset nice and tight. We're going to work with that corset sensation throughout a lot of the practice today, okay? I want you to shift the weight forward a little bit, and we'll lower down through Chaturanga all the way down to the ground for 3, for 2, for 1. Roll your shoulders up and back. Reach your hands back nice and long. The palms are going to be facing down. I'd like you to squeeze your legs together like you have 1 long leg behind you. Start to activate through the hamstrings and through the glutes. And from here, pick up the chest and heart a little bit higher. Pick up the hands a little bit higher. And then pick the right foot up. And that's all, just the right foot. Feel into the back body. Notice what's happening here. Notice what's lighting up. And then release it down. We'll just switch sides. Left foot picks up. We hold for 3. For 2, you have this for one more time on each side. So the right foot picks up. We hold for 3. For 2. For 1, we drop it down. Left side lifts, lifts, lifts for 3. For 2. For 1. Really nice work. Go ahead and bring your hands down. Pull yourself back into a child's pose. So allow the spine to elongate here. Reach your hands a little further forward, so far forward that the forearms start to lift up off the ground. And then pull yourself up into all 4s. We'll crawl ourselves forward just a tad. We crisscross the shins and come to lay down on your back. Now, again, we're going to be talking about the core, right? So the corset. So we have the transverse abs that wrap around from the back all the way to the front, right? So what I want you to do here is I want you to stick your booty out. I want you to find a big arch and a lot of space, a big gap between the back and the ground. And then we're going to do the opposite. We're going to tuck the tailbone under and try to squish your back into the ground. Inhale, open. And exhale, tuck. Good. Inhale, open. Exhale, tuck. Last time here. Inhale, open. And exhale, tuck and hold. Good. As you tuck, you feel as though the navel is drawing in towards the spine and you're pressing the spine down. Now I want you to find a neutral spine, somewhere in between, so it's neither extreme, okay? I want you to bring your hands to the hip points, so the bonier part of the front body. And then I want you to envision that you have a glass of water on each, or just something that you don't want to spill. So we activate through the core, so we start to wrap in, and yes, we still have a little gap at the lower back. Come up to your heels. I want you to slide the right heel forward, forward, forward without spilling, so without letting the hip points sway from side to side. Pull the heel all the way back in, and we're gonna march it up in a 90-degree situation and then step it down, and that's all. Right, so the entire time your core is working, extend the left leg out. It's helping to stabilize. Pull the left heel all the way back in, and we march it up. And exhale, we lower it down. So yeah, let's add a little bit more breath in. So inhale, we extend. Exhale, we pull in. Inhale, we march up. And exhale, lower down. Good. Left side, inhale, extend. Inhale, up. And march. And exhale, down. Let's do one more on each side. Ideally, you're feeling this tremendously in the core. Inhale, extend. Exhale, contract. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. I'm definitely feeling it because it's working the entire time. Inhale, extend. Exhale, contract. Inhale, march up, and exhale, down, and then release. Okay. Starting to light things up. Let's go ahead and rock and roll, forward and back until you have enough momentum to cross your shins. We'll meet in a downward facing dog. So stretch that baby all the way out, all the front body starts to lengthen again. And let's do this. Right leg kicks up and back, straight and strong. Right knee pulls over towards the right underarm. Shift your weight forward and dome your upper back. Now, compression, start to slide the right knee and the right thigh up higher towards the chest. Now we're gonna slide the right knee down to the right wrist, but keep the shin hovering and pick it back up for 3. Lower down. We pick it back up for 2. Last one, lower down. And we pick it back up. Slide the right shin all the way down to the ground this time. And then pull the right knee back a little bit further so it's underneath the hip or close to being underneath the hip. We'll swivel the right shin out to the right. Modified side plank. Left arm reaches up and then overhead. Pick the left foot up. I want you to bring the left foot roughly in alignment with the left butt cheek. And then we're gonna go for some crunches, some oblique crunches. So bend the knee and the elbow, we tap and we extend for 5. Tap, inhale, extend for 4. For 3, go really nice and long. For 2, and last one, tap and extend. Good. Now listen up. The left hand will come back to the ground where it started from. We will step the left foot in between the hand. As we're stepping forward, the right shin swivels back to where it started. So we step all the way through. Warrior 3. So I want you to envision that in your Warrior 3, you're in a plank pose. From the crown of the head all the way towards your right heel. We have that core set on, so we're not in a back bend and we're not in a forward fold. But the ears, shoulders, hips, and heel, the right heel, are all in alignment. And then finally, we step into chair pose. Sit it down nice and low. Same thing again, we're not anterior rotating, so we're not sticking the booty out. That crunches the lower back. We're not tucking it under, but we're finding that same neutral position in the lower back that we've been working with when we're laying on the ground. Okay, deep breath in. Exhale. Beautiful, one more breath here, you have this. Sit it down a little bit deeper. Good. All right, come to stand all the way up. We're gonna come up to the balls of the feet, so lift the heels up towards the ceiling and nice and slowly lower yourself down, so bend your knees. We come down through chair and eventually we end up on our booty. So go ahead and bring a block in between your knees or in between your thighs. We pick on up, so we're in Adha or in Navasana, okay? So your shins are parallel to the ground, chest and heart is lifting up. We've got a block in between our right hands, so we're squeezing the block together. Pull the block over to the right side, up through center to the left. Up through center to the right. Center, left. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure you're squeezing the blocks towards each other. Well, we're squeezing the block between the knees, between the hands, and we continue to twist. So we really want to get all the way over to the side. So we're getting into the obliques. Good, let's go 2 more times on each side. So right, left, last one on each side, right, left. Nice, go ahead and move the blocks to the side. Now we're gonna play around with, you've got L sit or you have the egg sit, I call it. So L sit, you'll have your legs extended. It makes it way more challenging, okay? We're also working a lot of the hip flexors when we're doing this. So you have your hands pressing down and you can choose the height of your blocks and then you'll lift yourself up and lower, okay? That's pretty challenging. Legs are long, legs are heavy. The egg is gonna be easier. I did not say it's easy, I said it's gonna be easier. Okay, and again, you can play around with the height of the blocks. You're gonna squeeze the knees into the chest as much as possible. And maybe you get your feet and your bum off the ground, and maybe not. Maybe you have the balls of the feet on the ground or a big toe or two, okay? So go ahead and press down. We're gonna do 5 of these. Press down to lift and lower. 5, 4, 3, because we can. 2, not because we want to. Last one, we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down. Cross your shins over. Step or hop back into your Chaturanga. From your Chaturanga, pick it on up into your plank pose. Knees drop down, bum pulls back towards your heels. Inhale is your upward facing dog, and exhale is your downward facing dog. Okay, we got one side left. Let's go ahead and do it. Left leg kicks up and back. Left knee pulls over towards the left underarm. Shift your weight forward, dome through the upper back, and squeeze the left leg in towards your chest. And then we lower it down, we slide, we glide, and pick it up for 3, for 2, and 1. Good. Slide the left knee down, swivel the left shin to the left, and we open up into our modified side plank. Stack the left hand underneath the left shoulder. Pick the right foot up, elongate through the right leg, and then crunch for 5. Extend. For 4. For 3. For 2. And last one, we crunch, hold. So again, right hand steps down. We swivel the left shin back to where it started as we step the right foot through to the top of the mat. Warrior 3. So make sure back of the head, back of the shoulders, back of the bum, and back of the heel are all roughly in alignment. Right, so we're not in that anterior or posterior tilt. We're not over-exaggerating. And then that way, we're working the front and the back of the core. For 3. For 2. You know where we're going. We got chair. Sit your booty down, nice and low. Reach your heart and hands up, nice and high. Now, notice where the pelvis is. Find the neutral spine. Sit yourself down and pull your weight back. For 3, really nice work. For 2, for 1. All right, come to stand all the way up. Lift up to the balls of the feet, bend the knees, and release yourself down through your chair, all the way down to the ground. And again, we come to sit down. So grab the block, both of the blocks, in between your leg and in between legs. There's 2 legs, okay. We got this, in between your hands. Come up into your navasana. Lean yourself back, and this time without the middle. So we just go side to side, side to side. Try to keep your shins parallel to the ground. Try not to let them drop down. And then keep trying to reach your chest and heart forward. The body kind of wants to collapse into this rounded state, or your spine. But I want you to keep reaching up and forward and through. Let's go for 5 on each side. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. Good, so nice. Okay, you know exactly where we're going. Do you dislike these as much as I do? And you know how I feel. If we dislike something, we usually need to do way more of it. So this is not just core. This is also like we're working the shoulders, we're working the arms and the core. All right, so either L, much more challenging, or you've got your little egg tuck. So we root down, we press up for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Last one, we hold it, let's go. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Lower that baby down. Really nice work. Okay, so we crisscross, step or float back into your Chaturanga.
Pick it up into your plank. Knees drop down, bum pulls back. Inhale is upward facing dog. And exhale is your downward facing dog. Really, really nice. Good. A couple of breaths here. For 3. Exhale for 2. And 1. Good. Roll yourself forward into your plank pose. Release yourself all the way down. Okay, locust pose. Lift your feet, your knees, your thighs, your chest, your head, your heart up. Reach your hands back. Start to activate through the back chain. Lift up a little bit higher through the thighs. Squeeze the legs in a little bit closer because you can. We're here for 3. We're here for 2. And 1. Hands come down, slide yourself back. Go ahead and bring yourself to child's pose, but reach both hands off of the right side of the mat. Allow yourself just to kind of release down into your left lat. That's getting really nice and elongated here. Breathe into your left lungs, your left lung. Nice and slow. And then come back through neutral, through center, over to the left side. Right hand presses on top of left hand. Feel the expansion of the right. And then start to breathe into the right side of the lungs. Good, come back through neutral. Slowly start to roll yourself all the way up. Really, really nice work. We definitely got into the different parts of the core. So keep coming back to these classes. Core work is essential, right? It's the foundation. It helps to stabilize when we're coming into balances. Helps with a lot of different things. So again, thank you so much for practicing with me. My name is Kira Michelle. Come say hi on social at Kira Michelle, and I will see you on the mat next time.